Welcome back, everyone. And today we have our swatch comparisons. So August's polishes are Melt B521 and Drip B520. So, as always, I am going to compare them to other Maniology colors that are quite similar. So, we're going to start with Melt, which has two that are very similar in my collection, which is Rave Babe and Watermelon Float. So, we're going to start by swatching the actual colors on the bottle and the swatch stick. Stick drips off to the side. So, do the bottle first, and I hope this new swatch sticker that's very glassy looking is not going to interfere with the process. Okay, it did not. Thank goodness. I thought that it might not stick. I was definitely concerned. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and swatch the swatch stick. Oh, that was not a good pickup. We're not doing that. Did not scrape good enough. Is it? There we go. I'm going to go over the black. That shows rather well. That definitely shows rather well, though I have fuzz everywhere. I'm not sure if it was cotton ball or cat. Could have easily been either one. Though generally it's not the cotton balls. Cotton balls do sometimes shred into the images on the plates, but that's not too terribly often that happens. And it's usually specific plates that will do it. Okay, the color definitely changes over black. It's lighter over black than it is over white. It is much brighter over the white than it is over the black, but it does show up rather well over the black. Move on. Okay, so I will go ahead and grab some paper towel. And we're going to do the basic painted on. Okay, that is dry. To see the color by itself as a solid color. So these are quite nice looking. There we go. This is a very nice pink, almost like a coral colored pink. We'll go ahead and put this over the black, and then we will swatch the other colors and compare it side by side. Okay, so that is Melt. Now, I don't know if Rave Babe is still available or not. It may be a discontinued one. but there are people out there like myself who have it in their collection. Wow. It's just slightly brighter. That's it. Ever so slightly brighter. It's crazy. Wow. I wasn't anticipating that. Being... God, it's almost identical over the black. I can barely see a difference. And I'm usually pretty good at seeing the difference in colors. Something my husband always used to comment on is my ability to color match. And this one is Watermelon Float, the one that I mentioned in the unboxing that looked very similar just off the top of my head. And I was correct when I looked at the bottles, that they looked very similar, and this is just a little darker, like I had originally thought. Yeah, and it shows up more dark than, well, once it's stamped, it shows up a few shades darker. That didn't work well. Try that again. Now I know this one is still available within the Maniology site. They are quite close. They are all still different, especially over the white. Over the black, though, wow. Look at that, guys. That is crazy. So, let me zoom in here. Even on camera, it's almost identical. Rave Babe and Melt. I keep forgetting its name. These two, this is Melt, this is Rave Babe. And on the camera screen, they look identical. In person, they look almost identical over the black. Now, over the white, you can see the difference even on the camera screen, but it's very minute. So if you already have Rave Babe, you may not even want this. And this is Watermelon Float, and it's a few shades darker, but it is definitely similar. So, I'm going to clean these up, and we will move on to Drip. So, Drip also only had two others in my collection that were close enough to be worthy of picking. And that was Ducky and Zombie Hut. And I think I even mentioned Zombie Hut in the unboxing. And like I thought, it's just a hair darker in the bottle. And I'm certain that it'll be like Watermelon Float. Almost there, guys. It's being stubborn. There we go. Okay, so grab a swatch stick, and we will start with swatching the swatch stick and the bottle. See how it does performance-wise over black and white. Now see, that's a very nice color, but I am concerned that it's almost identical to Ducky looking at it. Just like Brave Babe and Melt were almost identical. So it does well over black. It does show up, and there's very little like bleed through, I guess you could say, in color. Very little change. And it's much brighter over white as expected. This is a very minty color. Kind of reminds me of mint gum. Like a spearmint gum. Or maybe like a toothpaste, mint toothpaste. I feel like a stick of spearmint gum though is more accurate here. But this is a very nice shade of green. And we'll see how it does against the other two, against Ducky and Zombie Hut. That was all. Try that again. Maybe we need to fold it this way now. It's getting a little too dirty. Okay. So go ahead and do the drip over white on the mat, and then we're going to go ahead and do drip over the black on the mat, and then we're going to swatch Ducky and Zombie Hut on it as well to do a side-by-side comparison. That does look very nice though. That is very minty, very minty. Okay, so going in with Ducky. Okay, it is darker. It's not as close as Rave Babe was to Melt. Now that I have a bigger area to compare to there, it is easier to see the differences, but it is very close. It's not as close as the other two were, but this is definitely very close. And of course, Zombie Hut is a little bit more obvious of a darker green than that, but definitely very close as well. I remember being excited for Zombie Hut because that's even more of a spearmint green than this is. Alright, so I'm going to cap this off and we will zoom in and we will take a look at this, guys. So we have Drip all the way on the left, then we have Ducky, and then we have Zombie Hut. And as you can see, they're all very close in color, even over the black, but you can see the color differences, with the lightest being Drip, Ducky being a little bit darker, and then Zombie Hut being a little bit darker than that still. And that stays true on all over black and white, especially over white. This is exceptionally true over white. Over black, not as much, but still true. So if you are thinking about getting this box and you already have, say, Ducky or Zombie Hut, and you already have Watermelon Float or Rave Babe, and those are close enough for your liking, then maybe doing the express kit would be more beneficial to you. Or if you didn't like the plates and you already have these similar colors, then maybe you don't want any of it. So, you know, for those who are just starting out, this, or, you know, financially strapped at the moment, this is what these videos are for, to help you make a decision on these products. I absolutely adore Maniology's products, but once upon a time I had to pick and choose what colors to get in the early days when I first started out, and I had to work at building my collection. I have been building my collection for the past 9 to 10 years, so this is something that I wish I had available to me when I started out. And I hope that, you know, this is helpful for you guys on making a decision. So I have not come up with a design yet with the new plates, but I am working on it. In fact, right after dinner, after getting some of my housework done and spending time with the children and, you know, reading them their nighttime stories and things like that, I sat down for a second and started looking at the colors of polishes and started trying to come up with a design, and so hopefully here soon I will have that for you guys. I currently do not, but I am currently working on it. Rest assured, I am working on it. So hopefully I will have that available to you guys here soon. This one's probably one of the most challenging ones I've had yet, because it's so simple of a plate and like design that you would do with this type of plate. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how I want to do this. And I'm trying to come up with something unique for you guys. But I just don't really know yet. But I am working on it, and I will get it to you as soon as I can, and it will be within the month of August, so that way you guys have an opportunity to make a decision. If you are not 100% sold or against it yet, that is all I have for you guys. I don't have any announcements. I still, aside from the fact that, yes, I do still have Born Pretty PR videos that I am doing. I'm still working with them currently. I haven't had any groundbreaking problems or anything like that that just says, hey, I'm not going to work with them anymore. And I do like their products, so I'm perfectly okay with continuing with that. So my channel does still do other stuff other than gel. I have been working with gel a lot lately, but I kind of go through phases where I go back and forth depending on what my designs are, and my colors vary, and my time frame. This summer, the reason gel has been the main feature is because the children are home and it's a lot harder to do a regular polish design mani that takes a lot more time to plan and execute than gel polish, because gel polish, once it's gone in the lamp, it's cured, it's dry, it's not going to get messed up. So that is part of the reason why I have been more towards gel, as well as working with more three-dimensional things for nail art, like the nail art molds that give me charms, sculpting 3D designs, and things like that. So I do both, and it just varies from what time of year it is, as well as what kind of designs I'm feeling at that moment, and what kind of colors I have. So for instance, the stained glass, I did not have regular polishes that were jelly in those kind of colors. So to even do that design, it required me to use the gels that I had, because I did have gels in those kind of colors. So it really just depends on the design and what I have product-wise. And I do love both, don't get me wrong. I do love gel, and I do love regular nail lacquers. So it really just depends on the design more than anything else. But you can do the stained glass design that I posted with regular nail polish. You would just need to have jelly colors to do the method in which I had used. So that explanation aside, that is all I have for you guys today. And I hope you all are having a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever it may be, wherever you are at while you are watching this video. And until next time, guys, thank you all for watching. Bye.